Phil, I want to get into what you're doing here, but first, how did this start? Jackson, Tennessee.
About 3 years ago, one of my dear friends has a manufacturing company here. He kept telling me about Jackson. He said, Jackson is, Phil, it's beautiful, it's wonderful, you'll love it. You love old buildings, you're good with them, you'll like it. You like retail, love your entertainment venues and everything else. Just kept telling me about it. And then another one of his friends became one of my customers down in Nashville, and Mark Donahoe.
Okay.
And Mark said, you know, you got to come. You know, Jimmy and I have been telling you to come. You got to come. You got to do something. And then a good political friend of mine, who's all political. I mean, political guy, could care less about what I do.
Okay.
Care less about my development. Care less about anything anybody else does. But he's just very political. Thinks about it all the time. He worked in Jackson. He got a contract from Jackson in one of the last elections. Okay. And he said to me, he said, "Have you ever been to Jackson?" I said, "Well, yeah, I've been to Jackson. Been to Jackson a few times with Fred Thompson and whatever. Right. They liked it, and visited some friends there. We got some good political friends, Mr. Jimmy Wallace, and whatever. And I just mentioned a few different things. He says, no, business." I said, "No, but you're talking to me about business, something other than politics?" He says, "Yeah, this would be good, Phil. It'd be really good. You need to go." And his name is Josh. I said, "Josh, I'm going."
Okay.
So I called the phone, called my friends, and I came in, met with Jennifer Greer and Brad Greer, and met with them and told Jennifer I need a real estate agent. They showed me a bunch of buildings and whatever, and it was funny. I came by and I saw this one, and I looked again, and I saw it again, and I said, "Can you get me in that building?" She goes, "I don't know. I'll call the owner." We managed to get in. I said, "Buy it for me." I just love the building, and I love all of downtown. Okay. The people, the city. Your city people that work for the city, fabulous. Okay. The county people. Okay. I mean, it's like coming to a city instead of, you know, a lot of times you go to cities and you want to do something, and you walk in the door, it's like a no answer. Okay. You walk in the door here, it's, "Yes, what can we do for you? I'd like to do such and such. Yes, let us help you." Okay. I mean, that's what it's about. You know, a lot of times people say, well, permit people and regulators and, things like that, governing bodies are unhelpful. Well, you think about it, the people have to work there in that job, and a lot of people, they don't make no more money when they give away one permit or sell 10 permits. Here, it's magnificent. Okay. Everybody has rolled out the carpet, and then because of that, my good friends that own Fleet Street, Glenn Henderson, born and raised in Jackson, Tennessee, went to high school here, and then went off to the University of Tennessee, settled in Nashville. He opened up a restaurant right across the street from two of mine. He's been there about 4+ years, almost 5 years, called Fleet Street. And Fleet Street is a street in England. Okay. And he opened up an English pub. And he's coming, he has at least Charlie Bulldogs. Oh, okay. So he's coming to town, and we're just so excited that he's coming. And it's just, just neat things happen. Other people have come and visited and tell us they want to come and put some retail stuff in. But we'd like to see downtown, transform and retail.
Well, good. And that's exciting. Kyle Spurgeon of the Chamber said, I tell people all the time, we may not have mountains, we may not have streams, but we have great people in Jackson.
You have unbelievable
And so that's good to hear that confirmed.
I got to speak at the Atlanta home group there. It's a little home group thing. They do a little holiday thing.
Yeah, the home tour,
The home tour. And the people couldn't have been nicer. Okay. I mean, text messages afterwards, anything we could do for you to help you if you need anything. Just very, very helpful. Okay.
What have you done prior in Nashville to set this up?
People ask me, say, what do you do for a living? And all my life, all I've done was business development. So, and invest in business development and develop different things. In Nashville, I've been real successful with some entertainment restaurant venues. So entertainment, lounge. Okay. One of them is more of a bar, entertainment, and we have food. And then the other one is strictly a unbelievable speakeasy. Incredible food. Okay. Everything from filet mignon right down to scallops to lobster bisque to shrimp and grits. Okay. We'll sometimes do a special, do a meatloaf. Okay. Southern fried steak.
What got you into that?
My whole life. Did it my whole life. Okay. Started out in it.
Were you from Nashville or
Tampa, Florida?
Tampa, Florida.
Came to Tampa, Florida. Grew up, and my partner's family. Back there when my best friend's family got me involved in the restaurant business.
Okay. So what attracted you to Nashville? Which now is like Doug could have had a V8, right?
Yes, exactly, Steve. Yeah. Right. It was really interesting. It was, Nashville was on that brink, and everybody had just, things had just got bad with the 2009 and all that financial stuff. And Nashville was just looking like it was just going to do something, and it just boom. Wow. And the people there were very nice too. I mean, it was very
Okay.
nice. And of course, now we have all the big corporations that are in there and doing very good. Our infrastructure there is phenomenal, but it's big business.
Yeah.
I mean, it's huge business. The people, it's corporate now.
Right, okay.
You know, you don't have the.
Yeah.
I don't get to see you there.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So then when you saw this building, okay, so what drew you to this? What,
The history,
okay.
history of it, the look of it, where it sits, how your downtown has been preserved. Your city hall.
Okay.
If you wouldn't have told me the thing was brand new and built that way or whatever, I think you'd have restored something.
Okay.
Your county courthouse.
Okay.
You did
Yeah.
restore that and
Right,
keep that alive.
1930s,
But
yeah.
everything works.
Okay.
I mean, it all fits together. There's nothing that's out of place. Even your banks are located here. You know, Bancorp and everybody has kept their buildings up and nice.
Yeah.
Mr. Allen here and Hal Crocker and what he's done with the Southern, and then now with
the lift.
with the lift and Jackson
Walk,
Walk
yeah.
and all of that and everything. And it's just, but you all kept its integrity.
Okay.
And you know, beautiful, you know, parking out in front of the retail areas, sidewalks. I mean, you know, you can't park, try to park out in front of Nashville.
Okay. You get a ticket.
You get a ticket.
And a big one.
Well, not more tickets. I think it's now this pull up and get you to drag you away.
Drag you away,
Drag
that's
you
right.
away.
You know,
But you know, it's just, and it's boomed. But you know, here it's just such a. To me, there's just so much opportunity.
Okay.
And the opportunity that I'm looking for is bringing other retail people here
Okay.
that own their own businesses. You know, we need some boutiques, we need some
Right.
athletic places, and we need some stores and things like that for some shopping
Okay.
and things. Along with more restaurants.
Okay.
So like someone asked me, they said, well, if you bought this other building, what would you do? I said, I'd try to find a tenant. Well, you wouldn't want a restaurant there. Yeah, I would want a restaurant there.
Yeah.
You know, you want more of the restaurants. You know, if you and I drive right now out to your main intersection out here at 40,
Right.
we got a choice of all kinds of restaurants.
Right.
And that's why we would go there, because we have such a nice variety of choice, nice variety.
So bring the same thing downtown.
Same thing.
What are the plans here then for this facility?
Pretty interesting. We'll put a nice entrance here in the front, and Steve, and then we'll go down into the beautiful lobby area here where we'll wait. We'll have a really classy family-style bar over here on this wall, and then behind me here will be dining, all dining. These windows will all be opened up, real
Okay.
pretty. We'll have these are all boarded up and you know, covered over years ago. So we'll have those in here in the dining room. We'll have a kitchen over here in this area, a full-size kitchen, which will also be able to do catering. We won't cater anything inside the restaurant area. We plan to take it to all your beautiful facilities you have
Okay,
already.
okay.
You've got beautiful facilities that are here for, you know, weddings and parties and events and things like that. We'd like to be an option for that catering
Okay.
being done. We also do, in my other restaurants, we also have a cater liquoring license. So
Okay.
we're able to cater
Okay.
liquor in,
Okay.
do the creative drinks for you, you know, anything from mint juleps to the latest cocktails, right on down to, you know, draft beer if they want it. So that's been very, very popular for us. But the food, being able to bring food to them and do the catering. This restaurant here will seat about 300 on the main floor in the mezzanine.
Okay.
Beautiful mezzanine up here. It'll look down on top of we're not finished with it, but it'll look down on top of the restaurant where we place all, of course, all these old fluorescent lamps that we see here and put some really nice lighting in. You'll see the beautiful tin roof above here. We will have this tin roof all restored. So we plan to take a lot of the paint off it and restore it and really make it nice and bring back that to it. We'll put a bar on this floor, but the bar is much like a family-style bar on this floor. It's nothing, you know, not people in here trying to drink shots and things like that. More creative, that kind of stuff. Really comfortable, a comfortable setting in here. And then down, we're going to walk down to the basement. In the basement area is going to be a real speakeasy.
Okay.
Live entertainment, great bar, and be able to be, you also can close it off.
Okay.
So kind of an interesting. And then on 2 and 3, what we call our 3rd and 4th level, and we call this a physical plant in my business. Okay. And so on the main level will be the restaurant, and the first level is the basement. Then the 2nd floor, which would be our 3rd level, is going to be a boutique hotel, along with the 4th level, which is the 3rd floor.
Okay.
So kind of interesting.
All right, so what's different about Phil Martin? This building's been here for, okay. You walk into this town and you go, okay, boutique hotel, bar, restaurant, nice. Okay. The building speak to you or?
Really the place.
Okay.
The place I like the best, and I hope somebody gets it and does wonderful things, the Elks Building.
Okay.
It just, I just couldn't figure out how to make it work.
Okay.
It capital-wise, I didn't have that available to me,
okay.
and I just couldn't put it together. But I really like it, and I see the same thing for it. I see it going to come back and be just something that was be a really great asset here. The other buildings, Mr. Allen's building, Mr. Hal Croker's building, Croker's building. Hal Croker's building is just beautiful. All these buildings are just gorgeous. A gentleman down here has a beautiful event space down here.
Okay, the NES building.
NES building. And then the Carnegie.
Yes.
Carnegie Library in Jackson, Tennessee. Nashville, we don't have a Carnegie Library. Okay. We don't have this kind of history left.
Okay. Terrific.
But it's just really exciting to, the people and the feel. I mean, there's a great feel about it. You got Mitch Carter here across the street. I mean, he'd do anything in the world. He's just the greatest guy. And all the people that are, they're decked down there. You can walk over to Miss Ollie's and everybody's, nice and just, everything's just, very, very Baker's Rack. It's my favorite place for breakfast. I brought my chef into town and whatever. He said, I want to stay here. I mean, he loves the kind of, he just loved it. He loved the Baker's Rack. He's come twice now back.
Well, the Downtown Tavern's got new owners now.
Downtown Tavern, brand new, very nice people. Let's see, that'd be Walt and his wife. And so, really, really happy about
that.
So
it's exciting.
Yes. All right. Walt and Michelle. Michelle and Walt.
Yes. Now, when you looked at this building and you see all of this stuff, then you say, okay, this building obviously structurally good.
The bones of this building, the structure, phenomenal. Phenomenal. Look how long it's been here. Have you guys had a few tornadoes since it's been built here? It's in fantastic shape. Look at the floors. I mean, the floors, these are original floors. These things are just great. That's the thing. In Nashville, a lot of our buildings, we have to gut them.
Wow.
And start over.
And
the beautiful brick, we can't see it here in this picture, but we're bringing back the brick, and then we'll restore that and make that part of the highlight, which will really be cool too. But the floors and the ceilings and all that, and keep the integrity and the spirit of the building and all that makes it really feel good.
I talked to Henry Turley when they started this project over here. I said, okay, what do you see that others of us miss? He said, where something has been, there was a reason. And if it's gone away, can it be brought back, or can something be brought back? And he said, the other thing is, he said, I see things as a beginning. Now, he said, people say, well, have you got those apartments filled yet? He said, that's the beginning. And so I thought, because he talked about the University of Memphis coming into the Lambeth campus, the revitalization of Lane, all these other things, the hospital. He said, look, where can this be 10, 20 years from now, 30 years from now? He said, this is just the beginning. And so I sense that with you.
I'll tell you, he could not have said it. He said it perfectly. I would agree with that 110%. You got Delta Faucet here. You've got Wolverine here. You've got a big, giant manufacturer hardware store. It's not just a hardware store where you and I get commercial. These are for manufacturing. These guys they're huge. I mean, it's amazing to see all the different things I'm learning, all the different people that are here. And the professionals. The professionals that you have that you feed from, that all want to give back something to the community. It's absolutely astonishing. I guess it's because you all are so used to working with one another and knowing everyone, and
forget that that's unusual.
Nashville's so big, If me and you see each other in Nashville, it's from across the street, we're yelling, but hey, and you're like, and I saw Steve today, well, what did you say? Well, I know, I yelled at him across the street, It's just, been here, it's just so, much, how's it going, and things like that. I'm really, I guess you could say I'm most excited about the opportunity. And it's fun. My stage of life now, this is fun. This is really fun. It's fun, and great people to work with, and I feel there's going to be a lot more retail here.
Oh, I think so now.
I really do.
After the tornado of 2003, Urban Planning Institute came in. We had Cafe Lafayette downtown, and they said, your problem is, it goes back to what you were talking about, he's down here by himself.
They tell me his food was good.
Yeah, good.
It was fun.
He said he's got to be a destination, got to hire, but he's down here by himself.
Is that the radio station now?
Yeah, the radio station now. But he said, and a wonderful, wonderful building. But they said, if you're downtown, you want everybody to be downtown, right? You want 10 restaurants. It's good to hear you say the same thing.
Well, it's exactly right. I want you and your wife to come join us. I want you to bring your son. I want your cameraman to come join. I want to feel a part of it. And talk us about things. Bring us some history. We plan to have some history on the wall of different things, and then rotate some things out.
Well, there's plenty here, right? With Montgomery Ward, West Tennessee Business College, all the things that were here.
Well, it was called the Birmingham Buggy Company.
Yeah, I think, right.
And so that's how it got named the Birmingham Building. I'm trying to find a Birmingham buggy. If I'm going to find a Birmingham buggy, we're going to put it on display. So we're looking for that.
It's good to have you in Jackson,
Sir,
Tennessee.
thank you so much. Thank you. I'm proud to be here.
Proud to have you here, Phil. Appreciate the
Thank you so
time.
much. And if anything you need from us, let us know.
Okay.
Anybody we can talk into coming.
All right.
So I mean, I'd love you to bring by somebody and say, this is what Phil's doing, show it off, whatever, and we talk them into coming.
All right.
We
Let's do
want
it.
we want them all here.
Okay. Good to see you.
Okay.
We'll go downstairs and take a look in a minute. We've already gone down there before, but the building changed from what it was originally, and the basement was actually dug down deeper to make it acceptable, I guess, what, for retail? Or?
Yeah, Montgomery Ward, I don't know, probably 50 years ago, went in and dug out about 2 foot, about 18 inches, a little less than 2 feet, 18 inches, to make the headroom better. What they wanted to be able to have retail space out of it, and that's where they sold bicycles and different utility type things, shovels and all that. But it was in my mind and Phil's mind, they did it for us 50 years later because we needed it to have that headroom.
Okay. When you look at a building such as this, I guess part of this, the fascination of this, as you peel things back, then it's its own history that starts to speak to you. We were talking about the electricity up here and all these other things, and the old elevator system, and also it's almost like, you're uncovering like an archaeological dig in a way, right?
It is. Well, it is, because when you go in and you cover up the walls, a lot of times things will fall back in behind. We found a 1938 token from the World's Fair in Chicago, or 33, and we weren't expecting that to plop out on us. It's really neat. And then we found fixtures, mannequin fixtures, and old shoe horns, that sort of thing, that from different businesses that were here. 1965 letters from Montgomery Ward corporate telling Montgomery Ward, Jackson, Tennessee, what they needed to do. That was kind of fun.
You had mentioned one of the turrets or something that had blown. There were 4 of them or something that had blown off, right? And so you're going to replicate those.
Yeah, different people are beginning to bring us stuff.
Okay.
And so we do have one of the turrets that was up on the 4 corners. Okay. Phil's going to have it remade so that there will be 4 corners back the way they used to be. Okay. And then the one that's old and left from the tornado, it'll be inside with a little history about what happened during that tornado, and the fact that we were able to save it and who gave it to us.
Now, there's already an elevator system in here. You'll have to enhance that and expand it, but the stairways and everything else will continue to be utilized, or some of them will, these main stairways here?
The main stairwell that's in the front of the building that goes to the basement, it will remain. We will also, we're going to bring the building up to modern codes. So we'll have a back stairwell that's different than the one that's existing now. That'll be on the outside of the building. But yeah, most of the stairwells that are here are really neat, and they're wide enough. So code-wise, we're good to be able to continue to use those. We just need to add others because we want the building to be safe.
You've been in this town for a long time, and we were talking about the existence of the lift, and then the investment in all the apartments and homes and all that. I mean, it's a huge footprint here, and it's brought this new energy to downtown. But I see this then as this next step. I mean, where Jackson could become an entertainment center that would draw people from off the interstate and all over West Tennessee to come to downtown rather than just come to Jackson.
You're on it. Downtowns from Chattanooga to Memphis to Nashville, Franklin, you name it, the downtown area, that's the heart of a city, any city. And it's got to be healthy. And thank goodness we've had great things happen in downtown. The lift area, Jackson Walk was such a footprint that has created ripples that has caught the attention of people like Phil Martin, who are willing to come here and invest themselves and invest their dollars in making more and more things happen. So we really want to see the domino effect happen where maybe this, the ripples are already out there, but this domino falls and it goes from there.